Oh, you want a photo roster of my staff to facilitate the tattling of tales? Okay. I spent my summers as a teen working as a lifeguard at the local lake, water park. The job was pretty hard. We often had large groups rent out the pavilions and leave them absolutely trashed. Not to mention the state in which they'd leave the bathrooms, which we also had to clean. Alcohol was permitted, so the later it got, the drunker they'd get and the less attention they'd pay to, like, making sure their kids weren't actively drowning. We'd regularly have to rescue kids who bobbed out too far, or worse, had gone down the water slide into water over their heads after assuring the guard at the top that they could swim. There were a fair share of adults we'd have to pluck out of the deep water too who were just far too overconfident in their swimming abilities. But we made up for the gross cleaning jobs and the constant dampness from saves with a healthy dose of tomfoolery. And it was the best job I ever had. Cut to a few years later. I still had summers off, but I'd moved with my partner to be more convenient for her job. So I got a job through a lifeguard company managing a local swimming pool in an area that is, to say, hoitier and toitier. This pool ran like a dream. No booze, no deep water, no slides, and significantly less danger. I kept the staff on their toes with stories of what could happen, and we prevented any serious injury or accident from happening with proactive rules enforcement. That wasn't enough for the members of this swim club though. They constantly found nits to pick and my time as manager was spent mostly as complaint department. Not only did they want to complain to me, but they wanted to complain to their property manager about our staff. The property manager was basically the person who made the decision to outsource the running of the pool to the lifeguard company. We'd had a few good ones who rarely got involved, but this one was a typical micromanager. She wanted us to hang a poster with pictures of all the staff and their names so the resident busybodies could name names while they nitpicked. I said, okay, we'll put up a staff board with all of our faces on it. But I should mention, the lifeguard company took sun protection very seriously. We weren't allowed to guard without several layers of protection. Sunscreen, shirt, sunglasses, hat, umbrella, etc. Plus we were supposed to be rescue ready with the lifeguard tube in hand and our whistle ready. So that's how we posed for our pictures. If someone came to our impromptu headshot session out of uniform, yoo-ho, can't have that. Put on a shirt. Here's my hat. Oh, your sunglasses aren't polarized. Best wear mine instead. Pose with your whistle ready. Once the board was up, all of the guards looked nearly identical. The lifeguard company owners, the people who actually hired and paid us, loved it. They already thought we were the model of professionalism. And this sealed the deal on that image. The members were still stuck complaining to the property manager by saying, one of the blonde girls yelled at my kid for breaking the rules. Can we get her fired? And the property manager would have to go through me anyway to find out who that was. Before my malicious compliance, if they could tell me what time they had a problem with something, I could just check the schedule and tell them exactly who was on duty. But never mind that now. I ended up leaving that job a few months later anyway because I couldn't keep up with the fabricated drama and the extreme levels of pettiness the members and property manager would stoop to. I did love testing the pH of those pools though. Anytime it was too high, I'd mutter to the staff, must be too many basic bitches here today. Too many basic bitches here today. Excellent. I wish I had thought to use that one back when I was a lifeguard, pool attendant, babysitter, janitor, snack bar vendor, petty complaints listener, bouncer and pretty much anything else the private pool club asked me to do in their employ. Still some of the best summer work I could have had as a high schooler. My company requires a headshot used as an icon for email. Guess who found his first grade school pictures? The poster with lifeguards covered in sunglasses and sunblock and hats is a hilarious mental image. Well done. I have heard at the fancy department store at the turn of the 19th, 20th centuries it was very common to have a nondescript looking guy to publicly fire in front of problem customers for issues, real or imaginary, as the guy responsible for whatever. Then he would go to the back and switch clothes and put on some glasses and get ready for his next tearful performance. One of the blonde girls yelled at my kid for breaking the rules. Can we get her fired? Quote, no. But we can certainly revoke the pool rights for your whole family, as you've just admitted to neither following the rules nor respecting the lifeguards, the people who are there to make sure that you don't die. You waste of space. Well, I can imagine that that's how the property mangler responded. If for nothing else, take my upvote for that pH scale joke. Perfection. Your last pun is what gets you the upvote. I'm imagining it was something like this. We thank you for your feedback. And as per your request, we have transferred all employees that have had complaints to another location. However, as this group includes all available staff, we will be unable to offer services to your location. And as of today, the facility will be closed until further notice. Once again, we thank you for your feedback, and always strive to put customer preferences first. Quote, shocked Pikachu faces. For a second there I thought you were going to post headshots of the cast from Baywatch. Ah ha ha ha. That one. That guy right there. He's so rude. Points at David Hasselhoff. Must be too many basic bitches here today. Tears of joy. I did love testing the pH of those pools though. Anytime it was too high, I'd mutter to the staff, must be too many basic bitches here today. One of the most well-rounded jokes I've ever seen on Reddit. I love you. Great story and very well told. You have a gift for creative writing. Hoitier and toitier. LMHO. Looks like you were dealing with synchronized Karens at that pool. Take care. Best part was your pH testing. Ha, basic. This is the kind of story I haunt this sub for. Many kudos to you fine human. That being said, I'm moving to one of those fancy suburbs you have seen in 80s movies, and I fear the local pool will be filled with basic bitches as you describe. I'll make sure to give a wink and nudge to the staff. And occasional donuts. Once I get to know them. Way too many high pH bitches up in here today. Smiley face. If you wore your sun protection while working, how would people pick out the staff from the photo lineup? That first paragraph is totally not relevant to the rest of the story. Ha ha ha, hey hey hey, rolling on the floor laughing.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.